So good night, everybody. We're going to read a text to complement our project, the installation that is there in the bottom of the room. You're invited to go there and see it. First of all, we want to say thank you to Selima and to Mark and all the Eastern Project group because of their constant support and the patience and we work really. It was really nice to work with them, and we also want to thank our advisor Sonia Das. She's a professor of the Department of Anthropology at NYU, and she's here, so we want to thank her because of her patience also and her support, and also thank you to all the women who participate with us in this project. So, Inscapism has been for us the creation of meeting spaces with 5 different women who have built a life in New York City. Their words, silences, and gestures, as well as the physical characteristics and the spirit of the places that they choose as the stage of our encounters, became channels through which we could travel in the secret maps of their lives.
To develop our project, we took the concept Inscape, created by the English writer Gerard Manley. According to Manley, an escape refers to the individual essence and uniqueness of every material thing. We decided to play with this suggestive concept by relating it to the words landscape and mapping. This relation allows us to think about an inscape as the subjective and unique creation of our own self in dialogue with exterior scenarios.
We understand this concept as the different intrinsic forms of memories, feelings, sensations, and thoughts that emerge from the relation we build with the territories we inhabit. For our project, this territory is New York City. More specifically, the different New York cities that each of us creates from our own experiences. That is why, in these women's stories, a piece of their countries or a fragment of sky, street, or a scene from the past can appear mixed with their New York in present time.
If a landscape painting is the representation of outside lands or visions of the world that take place in our eyes, an inscape must be the depiction of the inner territories that make visible our different essences.
We are all traveling inside of ourselves, figuring out possible identities, creating our own lands and the ways in which we can represent them. That is why Inscape is the journey itself, the inside pilgrimage. Since we are alive, we cannot conclude the map, the draw, or the design. It is changing all the time, shaping different patterns as we live, similar to a kaleidoscope, which figures change according to the movement of our hands.
We are grateful that women from Peru, Japan, Korea, and Pakistan have shared with us their voice and time. The result of these valuable encounters is an installation where we try to represent each inscape using different media. Pictures in the format of postcards that are the product of the tours we made through the city looking for the traces of their stories. Drawings of the maps we invite them to make based on their narrations. And edited versions of the interviews where we extracted what we consider some of the most significant moments. There is also a collective Inscape waiting for you all who might want to create your own version of the city and share your stories.
Each one of the frames that you will find in the space is an invitation to look out into the subjectivity of this woman as a trace of what had happened during our encounters. But of course, it's just an interpretation or recreation. As the maps are not the territory, these inscapes are not the real inscapes. The real inscapes are always escaping, always unreachable, evaporated in words that have already fly away, or that are floating in the air as the invisible cartography of the mystery of space and self.
We hope that this work let us think about how we, in the process of listening to others, create meaning via the representation of their narratives and ours. In this reflection, we are taking into account that narratives influence our actions and lifestyles in private and public spaces. We also want to invite the public to refer upon the ways we shape and share a space made of the diversity of ideas, experiences, and sensations that each person carries within.
Our final invitation is for all of you to imagine your own inner landscapes while viewing this exhibit. Think about the different threads between the imaginative places you have inhabited throughout your lives, the skies that you have seen, lands that you have invented with your emotions, presences that you have shaped out of memories and words. This dialogue with these inscapes may allow us to think about the ways we build the city inside ourselves and how we become every day the shifting map of our own imagination. Thank you.